Welcome back to No To Lashon Hara Day 34. This entire project is being done as a refuah shlema for Chana Bat Semafega. When you think about most people struggle to be able to say no. So if someone asks them a question, did you vote for me in the election for head teacher, or did you put in a good word for me to become the new principal? They find it very difficult to say no to that person or to refuse that person. It's just uncomfortable. So sometimes there's situations where a person will be up for a position and there's a committee meeting trying to decide, are they going to hire him as a rabbi, as a teacher, as a principal? And in those scenarios, oftentimes after the results come back, the person will come to one person in the committee and ask them, what was like in the room? Did you vote for me? Why didn't I get the job? How come, did you say no? And the person suddenly starts to backpedal. I actually did vote for you, but there were other people that said no, or I got shouted down, or I got outvoted. Lots of different things. So long as they're not the one that has to take the blame for saying no to this person's dream job. Now, unfortunately, the nature of me absolving myself from blame is that I cast that blame on someone else. And it's not just that I'm casting that blame on someone else. This blame is for something which personally hurt the person who's asking you this question. So if Lashon Hara is about avoiding strife and machloket and causing hatred between people, here you know that the statement you're making or that you're making by omission is going to be something which is going to stoke the fires of anger and hatred, and in many cases can result in a very negative outcome. So in a scenario like this, where there's a committee coming together to figure out some form of arbitration, some form of decision for a salary, or to make a person a package deal on the year going forward as an employee. So a person might ask you, and you might feel like you really don't want to be in that position. So you say and you reply, actually, I decided to give you what you wanted, but this person, he was in charge and he pushed it through, or vice versa. I voted for you, but everyone else didn't. You just said clearly what everyone else said about his future. That is outright Lashon Hara. Now, some people might think that this is only if the meeting was a type of meeting which was closed or private, but actually, even if the meeting was not designated as private or confidential, even if no one said to you that you need to keep that private, the very fact that you're letting this person know that who voted against him, or even if he asks you, well, who voted for me? When you tell him who voted for him, he knows who voted against him. So in any of these scenarios, there is a very, very real concern about Lashon Hara, and the information actually needs to be kept secret. And however much you think that this person is going to be upset at you if you don't tell them, however much you think that this person is going to be angry or feel negatively towards you if you don't actually cough up that information, so long as everyone agrees together that this information stays private, then the person doesn't feel as bad because they understand that there was a committee that voted, and like any committees, there will be some people that vote for, some people that vote against. I'm sorry it didn't go your way. But once they start picking apart who it was, then all of a sudden the space for animosity really opens up. They voted against me. The reason why he voted against me is because he's this or he's that, or his father's this, or my family. And suddenly the Lashon Hara spigot has opened very, very wide. Best case scenario is always, in a scenario like this, to tell him, I'm really sorry, not at liberty to discuss what went on in the meeting. I feel bad, and I wish you much success in the future. Something that kind of does not tip the hand about what happened. Of course, this only works if everyone agrees to protect that privacy.